Are you doing something wrong? Do you feel like your spirit guides have given up on you, even though you're dealing with a negative entity attachment or some other horrible negative thing going on? Well, I just might know what the solution is. So let's talk about that in this video. Your spirit guide's entire purpose is to help you through this life. So why would it be that they wouldn't be helping you in this specific situation? Most likely, it's the way that you're asking. If you are asking from a place of high frequency where you do not have fear or any other concerns, then they are highly likely to give you exactly what you ask for. However, if you ask from a place of fear or anxiety or frustration or anger or impatience, then they're essentially unable to help you. Why would that be? That's because you told them not to help you in this situation before you were born. Why the heck would you do that to yourself? Because you actually wanted to solve this problem yourself. So let's pick an example. Let's say you have a negative entity attachment that's keeping you up at night, maybe nightmares and sleep paralysis. And all this time you've been trying everything to try to get rid of this entity. You have begged your guides, please let me get some sleep, get this thing away from me. But it hasn't worked. And it's never going to work if you continue to do the same thing over and over again. So how do you get their actual assistance? This is a challenging one because you're probably sleep deprived and you're having trouble keeping things straight. This is to be expected in this situation, but keeping things straight is very important. So you might need to enlist the help of a healer to temporarily relieve some of the symptoms and the suffering that you're experiencing so that you can really dive in. And it's really important that if you do get this temporary relief, that you take advantage of this time, because most likely the problem will just come right back again. So when you've got that window of feeling that relief, you've really got to take advantage of it. And this is how. You'll want to find a way to shift your perspective to looking at this problem, whatever the problem is, as a massive test in your life. A test to overcome fear and guilt and shame and frustration and disappointment and impatience over this situation. This perspective is everything. Up until now, most likely you have just been begging for this to stop. But to change your perspective and say, hey, I'm ready for this challenge, I'm ready for this test. This is going to reveal so much about me and I'm going to be so proud of myself when I get through it. That's going to mean the huge difference between where you've been and where you want to be. And where do you want to be? You want to be at that high frequency, high vibrational place where when you do make a request to your spirit guides, they're right there ready to help because you've already accomplished, you've already grown, you've already done exactly what you set out to do. And now they are ready to help. You might be saying, that sounds great, Xane, but I have no freaking idea how I'm going to do that. Okay, well, let's talk about that. First of all, I help people with this all the time. This is essentially what I do. But let's break it down here in the best way that I possibly can for you in this short video. Number one, you need to be able to say to yourself, I accept this test. This test was made for me. And when I accomplish this, not if I accomplish it, but when I accomplish it, amazing things are going to happen. Number two, I know that this situation will eventually end. Right now, you might be saying to yourself, oh my gosh, this is going to go on forever. It's never going to stop. What am I ever going to do? No, you know that this is temporary. You are an incredible spiritual being. Outside of this lifetime, you are certainly not going to be afflicted with a negative entity attachment. That is something that only happens in this life. So at the very least, you've got the rest of infinity to go without any negative entity influence. But you also know that when you pass this test, you're going to be entity free. Number three, this situation has already brought me opportunities to grow and expand. I might not have yet, but I know that it will continue to bring those opportunities, and I can't wait to get there to expand and grow. Number 4, you know that no matter what the situation is, whether it be a negative entity attachment or even financial woes, that you are more powerful than that. And the only way for that thing to actually be more powerful than you is number 5. I know that I'm actually giving this situation all of the power that it needs to continue. That situation has no power whatsoever unless I give it away. And how do I give it away? By believing that it's more powerful than me, by being afraid of it, by being worried about it, by being frustrated of it, instead of knowing that I can handle it and I set myself up to handle it. And number 6, you love this test. This is going to bring out the best in you, and you can't wait to see what that is. So let's do this. When you can fully feel and know deep down the truth of all of these statements, then you will have reclaimed your power, and your guides will be right back, ready to help you with whatever it is that you need. What you might discover is that you actually don't even need them, because you are the one with all the power, and you finally get to exert that power. So hopefully this helped you understand what's going on with your spirit guides and what you need to do in order to take care of the problem. Once you do, like I said, you're going to have an incredible spiritual journey where they will likely be very involved, but you won't need to rely on them. You won't need to depend on them to help you with things, because you'll have discovered your own power in this process. If you need some assistance with this, you can find a link in the description below that will take you to my website so you can learn more about how I help people with this process. In the meantime, I would definitely recommend checking out other videos on this channel. I talk about negative entity attachments and so many other spiritual concepts on here that will hopefully enrich your life and help you with whatever it is that you're dealing with. I love you unconditionally, and I'll see you in the next video.